Josh Lowe, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering is in for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
1 and 2's the count.
And a 1-2 again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Johnny DeLuca in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
1 out, bases empty. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. And out of here.
Well, he did a really nice job of letting that ball travel. Wasn't too quick. He kept the shoulder square to home plate, which allows you to drive the ball to the opposite field with power. We see the power and the authority, and fortunately, he was lucky enough to keep it fair.
Now, here is Ben Wertvet. In the air out to center. Tracks it down for the out. And there's 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Taylor Walls at the plate now. That's ball 1. Just off the inside edge.
2 balls, no strikes.
Right through there for a strike.
Two.
Struck him out looking. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Out to short. Over to Diaz. And a quick out, number 1.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm
And next
Jr.
for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's 0 for 1. And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
2 down, bases empty. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Tough spot right here. Quick inning, 2 quick outs. You got to be patient, but you also have to be somewhat aggressive to not miss your pitch early in the count.
And that one in the air, center field. DeLuca. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Back here at Tropicana Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Rays, Jose Caballero. That's outside. Ball 1. Caballero getting the start at second, hitting leadoff in today's game. And he was born in Panama.
1-1.
Schmidt winds and deals.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Caught him looking for the K. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Richie Palacios. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
It's 0-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
One down, base is empty. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Yandy Diaz now. On the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. He's got it, and there's 2 away. The relay throw. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Junior Caminero. And that misses. 1-0. Swing and a foul out of play. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-2.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. As we go to the top of the 4th, here's some real power at the plate. Aaron Judge. Line drive. And foul ball.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. And that one is lifted in the air. Palacios sizing this one up, and that'll do it. And we're back. Bottom 4, now up for Tampa Bay, Jonathan Aranda. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, these Rays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Low. Batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Yankees up by 3. This one popped up. Peraza makes the grab for the 2nd out.
Now batting, center fielder, Johnny.
And stepping in is the speedy Johnny DeLuca. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for Tampa, and the deficit remains 5-2. Back now in Tampa Bay, and now the center fielder, Trent Grisham. Grisham, first-round pick of the Brewers in 2015. Foul ball there.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Next pitch is outside.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
And that one almost hit him.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a ball. Full count.
And down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And now here is Oswald Peraza.
Ball.
Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
The 1-1.
2-1.
In the air out towards right center. Low sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down, base is empty. And here's Paul Goldschmidt. 1 for 2. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. In the air, right field. Low has it sized up. Nabs it, and that is that. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Schmidt back to work. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And now 1-2.
1-2's the count.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
That's off the inside corner. 1-1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Flares it into the outfield. That one gets down for a hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
That one fouled off. 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Walls stands at first with one out. Got him swinging on the curveball. And his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses in. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. If you get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1-2's the count.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Next offering misses, and that's ball 2. On the ground to third. Oh, he gloves it from his knees. The throw. And they get the out.
Well, that's cat-like reflexes over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
All set for the top of the 6th. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Corrals it. 1 down. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Wells, in his 2nd season, 25 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Out towards right center field, and it falls. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. And Judge spoils that one. Judge waits. On the ground to the left. Finds its way through, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's 1st and 2nd with only 1 away. Stepping in, Oswaldo Cabrera. Fly ball to right. Low. Snags it for the 2nd out. Jason Dominguez will hit next. And that one fouled off. Wells at 2nd. Judge at 1st. 2 out of the inning. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And that is that. So they strand a pair. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Into center. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and there's 1 down. Here comes the manager out of the dugout.
Pitching for
A new arm into the game, the righty, Luke Weaver.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Third home run of the season, and they cut into the deficit. It's 5-3.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
1 out, bases empty, and a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. That's hard hit on the line. And there are 2 outs. Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. That one close, ruled the ball. Ball 1. 2 outs, bases empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
He was all over that one. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And it falls. Here comes the throw, but it's offline. He will score.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And that is out of play. Raised down by a run. Next pitch is downstairs. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So, welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Kevin Kelly.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Grisham, the leadoff back. As he swings through it for strike 1. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
1-1.
Line and a base hit into right. So a man on base to start the inning.
Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And now Oswald Peraza, swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it's strike 2. Grisham on at first, nobody out. The shortstop takes the ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And the runner stays where he is. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. That one misses, and that's ball 1.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
And another ball.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 2-2 on the way. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Two outs. Up the middle, and there's a hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Fought off foul. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. 2 outs, a couple of base runners at first and second. Got him! That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Scott Effross. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Taylor Walls. That one way inside.
Sometimes it takes a couple of pitches to get a feel, especially when you move from that bullpen mound into this game mound.
Late swing, foul to the left. Looking to get the tying run on base. And a count 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Caballero up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Strike on the inside corner.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. And there's a ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
2-2.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Two now. Stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
And now Richie Palacios. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. The 0-1.
That's a ball. That's down.
Walls over at first with one away. Runner on the go. Swing and a foul out of play. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
The first baseman, number 2, Yandy Diaz.
So the tying run in scoring position now. And stepping in for the Rays, Yandy Diaz. Now there's a bullet down the line. And that's just foul.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
0-2.
And that's down and away.
1-2.
1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And that chance handled. Out on the toss to the pitcher. Runners advance to second and third.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Caminero swings through it for strike 1.
0-1.
And that one fouled off. Check swing, appeal to first. And he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Pete Fairbanks.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Wells in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
On the ground, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. Let that pitch get pretty deep on him, so I think he was looking to go the other way. It was off speed and inside though, so a good adjustment to shoot it back up the middle.
And now Oswaldo Cabrera. High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there. And it is gone. A 3-run homer. His first homer of the year, and they tack on 3. It's 8-4. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. He's just too good of a hitter at the plate. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort.
Garrett Clevenger into the game.
Number 60.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a ground ball. Diaz takes it himself. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Swings through that one. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Manuel Rodriguez warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Rasmussen getting cranked up as well. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for New York, Oswald Peraza. 1 for 4 with a double. Here's a high fly ball out to center. DeLuca. brings it in for the third out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now an 8-4 score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Tropicana Field, out of the bottom of the eighth. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Jonathan Aranda. And a foul ball.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Got him. That K is his third of the game.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
The Rays down by 4 near the bottom half of the eighth inning.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that drops in for a strike. That one the other way, and that'll get down for a base hit. The relay.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Low at first, 1 gone. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So 2 down now, and here is Ben Rortvedt. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1. On the ground to third. They take the force out, and that is that. So no runs here. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Clevenger back to work. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Puts it away for the out. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. That's a base hit. So man aboard. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 4, 2 ground outs, a fly out, and a strikeout. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Clevenger goes 6'1", 220 pounds, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Kansas. Yet he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
In the dirt. The pitch. That one misses. Now 2-2. Man at first, 1 away. That one missed.
Full count.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. He's got it. That's out number 2.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Austin Wells, the next to hit. slider right there.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
In the dirt.
0-2.
Squirts away a little bit. Runner on the go. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Hit in the air out to center field. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. One hit, one left. And 9-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. So bottom of the ninth, and here is Taylor Walls. Liner, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off. A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball.
Walls
2 strikes.
gets his lead at first. Nobody out. On the ground, right side. Throws to second for one. Out with the pitcher covering. It's a 3-6-1 double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now, Richie Palacios. In the first pitch, misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees take game 1 of the series on the road.
So this team was ready from the first pitch of the ball game.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Today, all eyes are on the mound. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. At the plate, Cody Bellinger.